You, bro. If you don't give me my money back, you remember all those people you saw on the ring camera? How about we show up at your house and we talk about this in person?
Hey there, welcome to the channel. So my name is Dennis, and so today we're going to look into a topic where you can't do Airbnb parties anymore. It's becoming a situation where a few people have the opportunity for a very long period of time, and they screwed it up for everyone. Yeah. So now the issue is coming to the point where with time, a lot of these websites, or a lot of these booking websites, that is Airbnb and also booking.com, they're realizing that a lot of tourists or a lot of clients are not very nice, or are not being decent, especially towards the hosts. A good example.
Hello? Dude, are you out of your mind? Why did you charge $15,000 on my car?
Yeah. First of all, the entitlement in that on the voice on the other side of the phone is just absolutely mind-boggling.
That's the damage you caused during your stay.
What the are you talking about, man?
Dude, I thought we went over this already. Property was in terrible shape after your big party. Since you caused the damage, you're going to pay for it.
No, dude, you can't just do that, man. You can't just charge my card like...
Oh, yes, you can sometimes. Because I think previously, if I remember very well, Airbnb was very, very much leaning towards the side of the clients or of the guests. And this kind of brought about like an Airbnb apocalypse. And also, that was also, all of it came together at the same time when a lot of governments were also kind of cracking down on Airbnbs, which they still are right now. A good example is places like Spain, where I think this year, starting this year, they've limited the amount of, they've pretty much limited the amount of Airbnbs to 60,000, if I'm not wrong. Just a sec. So in Spain, they actually forced around 65,000 listings off the Airbnb platform. And this is because of not complying to regulations. So when you add that on top, and then when you add the government crackdown, and then you also add the part whereby some guests are not really being polite, and they're not taking care of the property, and they're being entitled as our dev.
It wasn't me. Airbnb did it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So you didn't take responsibility for the damage. So I contacted Airbnb and they charge your card.
So I bring over a couple buddies to watch some ball games, and next thing you know, you steal 15 grand from me. That's what you're saying.
I didn't steal anything. I contacted Airbnb and they only charge your card once I showed them all the photos of how much you up my place.
Dude, I don't know what your lying ass showed or told them, but listen to me. I want my money back now.
I'm sorry, dude. That's not happening.
You, bro. If you don't give me my money back, you remember all those people you saw on the ring camera? How about we show up at your house and we talk about this in person?
Jesus Christ, I think that's a crime as well. He's about to threaten him.
All right, dude. Have a nice night. You.
No, you listen to me, motherfucker. I need my money and I need it now.
That's a threat. Yeah, I understand the emotions, but at the end of the day, the property owner here has to take care of the damages and has to continue business. And due to the damages, as a result of this particular host, now he can't continue his business operations and he has to stop bookings because of repairs. And that's pretty much money out of his pocket. That's time also, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's that easy to find contractors or hand workers or people to come and fix up the damage that easily. Some of these tradespeople are booked all throughout the year. So it could take even longer. On top of that, if the damage was actually quite significant, e.g. plumbing, e.g. electrical work, then that becomes an issue. Now, add on top of the part whereby he's kind of desperate, so chances are he's gonna get charged really high to be able to get someone to come to the property and fix the damage that the guest had actually done. So yeah, legit reason. I don't know about the 15,000, but that's a legit reason as to why, things just didn't go the way the guest had planned. So Airbnb, as you can see, Airbnb sided with the host. And this is actually beginning, if not one of the few ways that Airbnb is beginning to actually crack down on people bringing in guests who are not part of the guest booking. And on top of that, if you're planning on bringing other guests, then it should be notified, or the host should be notified, and there's going to be a charge for each and every single guest that you admit into the house.
A guest lied to us and throw a party at this Airbnb a few days ago, damaging the hot tub and other things in the process. Monday afternoon, we received a last-minute booking request for Monday night just for the one night for this property. Now, she also only had 4 people on the reservation. She said that it was just her son, her brother, and her cousin coming into town to visit family for the night. But then the next morning, we had a ton of alerts on our phones from our doorbell camera until 3 a.m. They had over a dozen people at the house. And then for the damages, this is how they left the hot tub. It was sparkling clean the day before. They used some type of bath bomb in it, which you can see a pedal from over there, and also some remnants on the ground. They also enjoyed some lovely recreational activities. The house smelled like alcohol and smoke inside. This guy was in the hot tub. There was also a lovely broken glass. So how do I handle a situation like this? Number 1, I left them an honest review so that way other hosts would know what happened. Number 2 is I wait until they review us, which just happened this morning. And honestly, a lot of times with these types of people, they still give us 5 stars on everything. But then number 3 is I file an Airbnb air cover claim for the damages. We state in our house rules that any damages done to the hot tub where it needs sanitation and draining will result in a $300 fine. Number 2, we also state in our house rules no smoking of any kind. If there are clear indications that smoking occurred while you're at the property, it will result in a $300 fine. I'm going to submit both of these to Airbnb today, and I will get my $600 whether it comes from the guest or from Airbnb air cover.
So I think it's fair for the hosts. Now, the thing is, I would also say, considering right now doing Airbnb is not like an easy thing, well, given the part whereby there's so many limitations. Well, governments are not that conducive about Airbnb, and also the locals as well. You know, people in most cities or most places where Airbnbs tend to be more prevalent are struggling with rent prices, e.g. London, Lisbon, Barcelona, all these places. There's a shortage in property and rising rents to the point where locals can't even live in the cities. They have to go away, which has actually resulted in even protests. I think in Barcelona there was protests. People are still angry even up to now because this problem hasn't really disappeared and it seems to get way worse. And the part whereby some Airbnb bookings are being blocked, I'm assuming that it kind of just makes the prices of the ones who are able to actually continue with the business a bit more higher. And on top of that, now the hotels will also find basically now the barrier of entry is higher, which makes that the people who are able to comply with these regulations have to pay a good penny to be able to comply with these regulations. Of course, I mean, it's Europe. And one thing I know about Europe is when it comes to bureaucracy, things are just way more complicated, and it takes a lot of money in consulting and also time as well to find out what you need to do to comply and all of that. So meaning way higher cost as far as Airbnb prices. So I don't want to take this segue a little bit too far. So back to the main topic. So the main topic is that Airbnb is actually cracking down on parties and people hosting parties in their properties. So Airbnb is even coming out with new technologies such as noise sensors, like 24 hours noise sensors and safety hotlines, and even a specialized channel for law enforcement for hosts to be able to report problematic situation or problematic stays. Apparently, this noise monitoring service can be able to find out, there's something wrong here. And I think it can be able to notify the host, and the host can be able to notify the relevant authorities. And on top of that now, comes to the point where when the relevant authorities are notified and are able to actually prove that, yes, there was disruption in this property. So I think at this point, Airbnb can actually charge or basically reimburse the host from the damages that you caused. Or if you didn't cause any damages, but you did host a party, you might actually face a penalty.
So we just had a guest in. I'm B&B host here, and this is way more people that are signed up for being in here. So I'm gonna need everybody needs to get out.
Yes, everybody needs to get out.
I am the guy that owns it. Everybody, start going. Yeah, I know you are. Police are gonna be here very soon, so people need to start going now. Yeah, I hope you win your arm wrestling match somewhere else, but it can't be here. Keep going. Shower curtain on the good grief.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a freaking
This is
mess.
definitely the worst we've ever seen, by far, not even close. Could you get your friend to shut the truck up too? Because the neighbors are already pissed off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The hell's that?
Can't imagine being a neighbor there.
Okay,
Oh.
somebody needs to get this. Y'all been climbing on? Well, somebody that was here climbed on it this time. Yeah, well, the kind of people that y'all invited here.
Yeah, so if you're planning on doing any parties on your Airbnb, better think twice. It's not going to be possible anymore. And if you actually manage to do it and get caught or leave trace, I can't even say leave traces. Because I mean, as you've seen already, that there's ring door cameras, and on top of that, there's also cameras in the house and noise detection. So if you're planning on doing any kind of Airbnb parties, not possible anymore. I think better just hire an event place or place for an event, or pay that $3,000 party charge, or talk to the host and explain to them, hey, I would like to host a party at your place. And they can be able to say no or yes, or put some stipulations saying, hey, no, don't use the bathtub. The case of the host whose bathtub got destroyed, or say these places off limit, or say places which are off limit and stuff like that. Because I do know there's some hosts, or there's some Airbnb hosts who can actually accommodate you, if depending on whether at least be depending on how polite you are in terms of actually asking and being honest about what your intentions are. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to please like and subscribe.